Coach, the the Tshwane derby coming up, as a TV commentator would say, thoughts, please.
Well, I think it's going to be a difficult game, a tough game, because in our past 9 meetings, we haven't beaten Sundowns. I think the best result which we've had, it was last season when we drew 1-1. So we know it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a tough game like any derby. But I think we are in a better place now, mentally, than last season. I think it will be a different game, for us, because, in terms of confidence, we are, in a better place, and I foresee a very good game, from the two sides.
Looking at the record that you've mentioned against Sundowns, would you say this derby is one-sided?
Look, you can put it that way because we haven't won in the past 9 games. So at the moment, they have an advantage. So, but I think this is a time for us to change that, and try and get one over them on Sunday.
Coach, since your victory against Leopards, you've played so many draws, and some of them the goalless. How much impact has the injury to Bradley Grobler had in the team?
I think when we lost Bradley, we were getting our combinations right, in terms of our attack. And soon after we left, we lost Bradley. We also lost Evans, in the final, MTN 8 and Fakri Lake as well. So it kind of like destabilized us, and we needed to try and create new combinations, and I think that took us a little bit of time for the guys to get going. That's why the goals have been been trying, but at the same time I think we've been creating opportunities, and we need also to give credit to the guys who've been playing, and a few youngsters also came up, like Kamo Matlas. They got an opportunity to play. Gampani Lungu, they got also opportunities to play. Like last night we used Luke Flares, who's only 18. He had his first debut. I think those are positives which we can take from the injuries which we've had. I think it gives us an opportunity to try our youngsters and see where they are.
Coach, any updates on the injury list?
I think the injuries list hasn't really changed, because we still miss Tambo Mnyamane, who was only played about 30 minutes this season. Bradley Grobler is out. Dean Fairman is also out. And I think those are the main injuries which we've had. And it's always difficult when you lose, when you don't have your top players, especially going into this game. But at the same time, I think we need also to give credit, to the guys. James Keane is, done really well, up front, playing sometimes alone as a lone striker, and he's kept us going. And we need to give credit. Pumza as well. He's covered in for Dean. He's done extremely well, and I think those are the other positives as well, which we have to take, and we're still confident going into Sunday's game.
Coach, who are the ones who are edging closer to fitness? Who are the ones who are the closest?
At the moment, we haven't really moved. I think probably in the new year, that's when we'll start, having a better idea on who will be closer to coming. But we're expecting to have, most of the players by February.
And then looking at January, does that call for reinforcements, transfer market?
Well, I think we will need to analyze and assess our squad when we get, a proper, time frame in terms of when the other players will be able to come back. If need be, that's when we can think about, bringing in, players. But you never know. A lot of things do happen in January.
And Coach, just on taking on Pito, tell us about your relationship with him. Where did it all start?
Well, I think with Pito we come a long way, and I know him as a coach. I know him as a person. He knows me as a player, and I don't think he knows me well as a coach. So I was his captain as well, when he was coaching me. I know he's someone who's very passionate, who's very ambitious, and that's why I'm saying this game is going to be difficult. You know, it's going to be a tough game, a lot of emotions, and but at the same time, I think we all gunning for 3 points, because that's very key. We all want to stay up and stay closer to the top teams, which is very key. You know, going into the new year. So it's going to be a tough game, and you will also want to try and get one over me, and I also want to try and get one over him. So it's going to be a tough game.
You've played on.
Okay, Coach. The recent results. How do they maybe impact in your plans of just before going to the Christmas break?
Well, I think we need to try and manage our games and manage the results, because we are expecting to have some of our injured players back in the new year. Yesterday's game, I think it was also good preparation for us, mentally going into Sunday's game, because it's not always easy to go to Bloemfontein, especially at this time, because they are playing very well at home. I don't remember them losing. I think they only lost to Maritzburg at home, so it's a difficult place to go. And I think yesterday we fought as a team. That was very key. It gives us confidence going into Sunday's game.
Coach, Sundowns are back only on Friday. Do you think this gives you an edge because one, they're traveling, it's a long journey here, or does it make it difficult knowing that he could change his team, especially after the long trip and the game they played yesterday?
Look, Sundowns have been doing this for the past 4 seasons. Last season they did this. Yeah, they still won the league. So for me, we're not going to be focusing on their traveling. It's their problem. They know how to do that. We have our own problems as well. We don't have some of our top players, but we're not going to dwell on that. We need to prepare the ones who are available. That's very key for us, and prepare them well. Because those are the ones which we have. They have an opportunity to play, and they've been doing well for the past 6 games. So that's important to us. We don't want to really focus on Sundowns. We know we're playing Sundowns, and irrespective of what's happening in their camp, whether they're coming back on Saturday, that's got nothing to do with us.
And of course, Coach, Sundowns have not lost this season. In fact, since January last season. How sweet will it be to break that ice?
In this league, everyone is capable of beating everyone. That's the beauty of this league. It's unpredictable. I think maybe it's time. You never know. Maybe it's time. It depends on who wants it more on the day. That's very key. So we need to focus on the performance on the day, and that will give us an opportunity to get a good result if we perform well on the day.
Thank you so much, Coach.